How's training going at the minute, mate?
Training's brilliant. So, it's Thursday, big day of the week. Pads in the morning, wrestling on the night, and it's like always fucking 9-10 rounds of wrestling. Training's going amazing. 5 weeks out on Saturday, and I'm so ahead of schedule, weight-wise, fitness-wise, just speed-wise. Everything's ahead of schedule. So the key at the minute is not burning out. You can think it's 6 weeks out, and I feel like fight ready. If I absolutely kill myself for another 5 weeks, I'll be even more fight ready. But a lot of the time it doesn't work like that. That's when you just push to injuries, burn out, you peak too early. So it's just like measuring it. If I need to take the rounds down, just do it more intense and have more rest, then that's fine. If I need to have a little bit of a palmo on the weekend, maybe a half, maybe a full, I've got that weight to play with. I've got all this weight to play with to like fuel my training sessions. It's really, really good. Everything apart from the weather's good.
Mentally, how do you stop yourself from like getting carried away?
It's good to always have like that second eye on you. I've got Harry knows it, Abdul knows, my coach Pete knows, Peter Irvin. It's always good to have these different eyes who've been there, done that. But it's also just you build that relationship with your body over years and years. And you're only going to build that by doing stuff wrong in the past. I've done it wrong for amateur fights, I've done it wrong for pro fights before, and you're just constantly building this relationship with your body. It's not, I'm kind of paraphrasing Ido Portalia, but you don't like just listen to your body, because if you don't know what you're looking for, it's not going to tell you shit. You have to build a relationship over years and years of competition and training in this case.
Yeah. Do you see yourself, obviously this will be in April, first fight of the year, another 3 fight a year for yourself?
That's ideal, 3 fight, 4 fight. I think I could have possibly fit in another fight last year if they were a bit more tightly bunched, but yeah, 3 fight, 4 fight. I want to compete actively whilst I can, because you never know what's going to happen. You could just be walking down the street and some loon fucking veers his car on the pavement, boom, and then your career's over. So you always want to fight when you can. You never want to wait for it and think, oh, this will be the perfect fight.
Yeah. Obviously, out of February into March now, I feel like it's when obviously there was a few MMA events on in February, but I feel like now when it's like really kicking off. Which events are you most looking forward to yourself?
So obviously, April 15th.
Apart from the one you're...
Obviously that. Go check the ticket link. There's a big K1 event coming up with one of my favourite strikers ever, Masaki Noiri. He's fighting Zabar Askarov. There's all of my favourite J kickboxing boys, Akihiro Kaneko, Masashi Kimura, Taiyo Asahisa, all of my favourite fighters are fighting in that. It's like called K Festive 6 or something, I don't know, it's got a bizarre name. But K1, that's coming up. That's probably the one I'm really excited for. And Sandhagen versus Vera.
Yeah.
That's just like a fire and ice type fight. It's brilliant, I can't wait for that one. That's most exciting UFC fight this year.
Yeah. Obviously we've got like UFC in London next week as well.
So yeah, Gaethje Fazeev is the one I'm proper.
That's co-main, I think, isn't it, on the card?
Yeah, and it's interesting because it's a 3-rounder, so we know it'll be full on. It's got explosive anyway, but 3-rounder, they're not going to have to pace too much here and there. They're going to just go at it. I kind of like trying. Petr Yan's a big example for me striking wise, but I try and just get like this mid-ground of Fazeev and Gaethje. Striking. That's what I look for. Kind of develop in.
Yeah. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Petr Yan sort of commands a lot of respect off his opponent, even when he's not throwing and he's just walking forward with his arms up. How do you think he does that, and what do you like about his style?
For Petr Yan, it's his basic fundamental footwork. He's always making the opponent travel more than he is. Even if you watch him hitting pads, he doesn't just walk after his pad man, he's always cutting across diagonally, and what that does is it makes your opponent have to cover miles. Also, he's at this closer distance, this more boxing Muay Thai distance than an MMA distance. He's not leaping in where people see from miles away what's happening. He's that comfortable in close, parry, shoulder, taking on the top of his head if he has to, and then move back, that he's a lot more threatening. People kind of feel like they have to throw because he's there, but they're only hitting his arms, or he's rolling or moving when he has to. Then they start to gas, and when they gas, they're taking the bigger shots, and then it's worse. So that's one of the things Petr Yan has kind of changed. I still think the best striking display in MMA is Petr Yan versus Jose Aldo.
Yeah. For MMA, which stance do you think is the most effective? I know obviously like styles make fights quite a bit depending on which opponent, but sort of which do you like yourself the most is sort of what I'm trying to ask.
Whoa, we're going to get tumbled in. You can adapt any stance to it. You know, people used to say that you can't just high guard in MMA, and then Petty Yan started doing it really well. What a lot of high-level people do, like Adesanya, for example, is they have, within Orthodox, they'll have different stances. They'll play different looks. TJ Dillashaw did this also to a bit of a lesser extent. Yan does this as well, even though it's more subtle. It'd be high guard, long guard, reaches his backhand out, then starts to go bouncy leg. It kind of goes different stances within a stance. It makes you less predictable.
Yeah. In your own students, when you're coaching, do you try and encourage them to have a similar style to yourself, or do you just like let them develop their own style, if you know what I'm saying?
I mean, subconsciously you do, and you always teach people basics from the ground up. But there's plenty of people that I've had, and I'm like, they hit so hard the way he's throwing that right hand, and it's not clean. But if I try and make him super textbook, I'm going to nerf his right hand. You've got to always realise when it's better just to. It's more of an art than a science, really. Trying to
coach it.
Yeah, coaching and just balancing. This is different to what I'd teach. He has his hand in this position, but he doesn't get hit when he does this, or he gets tremendous power when he does it. So you've always got to be aware of that.
Yeah. What are you up to for the rest of the week, mate? Obviously Thursday now.
So it's Thursday now. Tomorrow, we've got Friday morning. It's strength and conditioning at Unit 29. Getting a lot of speed endurance work, and like maintaining the max strength. On the night, it's striking drills, sparring, and then the Saturday session is it's quite flexible, depending how I feel at the end of the week. It could just be cardio, or could get some positional rounds in. It's kind of flexible. And then I don't know what dirty scran to have this weekend. I'm way ahead of weight. I haven't had Chinese in ages, or an Indian in ages. But then again, Palmo's is calling all the time.